everyday life people carry out miracles. Right now, we're in the most important moment in the history of humanity. And we're all going to learn why God works through chosen ones. There are laws to this universe, and we're all witnessing the hand of God move. Miracles have already happened, and as we continue throughout this very powerful year, it's 888, it's the year of abundance, and a massive shift is happening for humanity. And then moving forward, right, what has happened is the power has been in the wrong hands, and the power is within everyday life people. But this needed to be carried out a certain way by following universal laws. Understanding energy, frequency, and vibration will help us understand, because it's coming from inside of us, how the energy of God is actually within you. If you stumbled across this message, you know that you're a chosen one. You know that you're one of the 144,000. You're sealed, and you have direct communication. You have a direct connection to God. And in today's lesson, we're going to understand why God works through chosen ones. There is going to be, on your journey, a calling. Beyond motivated, you're driven to do this work. You can't even stop it. Nothing could stop this, right? Nothing could stop it. You're driven, you're called to do this work. You're here to carry out this work. You will also come against trials and tribulations. And God puts these things, allows these things to happen because you must learn through firsthand experience. And in today's lesson, we're going to break down the universal law of free will. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly hit the like button? I'm very grateful for that. So grateful if you hit the like button. It helps others find this very powerful message. You might be listening to this life-changing, life-altering, timeline-altering message, and you know that there's something wrong with the world that needs to be fixed. This is the message that everyone needs to hear, because it must be carried out by everyday life people. God is working through you, through me, through all of us. Oh yeah. To understand this, you have to understand the meaning of life. Oh wow, that's kind of hard. The meaning of life. I have to know the meaning of life to understand why God works through chosen ones. What's the meaning of life? People ask me, Uncle Mike, what's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to live a life of meaning, to live a life of purpose, to leave a legacy. That's why you're here. This is the point of life. Otherwise, what's the point of life? You just sit there and nothing? And it could be your calling, but you are called to a higher power. You have a higher calling. The meaning of life is to live a life of meaning. And free will is universal law. When you put these two together, people must take free will action in order to carry out the word of God. This change, people have been praying for a long time. Several months ago, I was out in nature. I left a very powerful message. You are someone's miracle. You are. You. People are praying for something, and you have the ability to carry out this work. You have the ability inside of you. It's you. You're going to carry it out. Cliff, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, Cliff. You have the ability to carry this out. Uncle Mike has breaking news. Breaking news. There will never be a giant hand coming out of the clouds to, move things around and do it. If you spot a giant hand, coming out of the clouds, video it, right? Put it up on YouTube, right? You're going to go viral. Your video will do better than this one, right? Yeah. Go see the giant hand, film the video, upload it to YouTube, and put it up there, okay? Because a lot of people, they think a giant hand is going to come from the clouds and do it. When I sit alone with God, I was given messages as High Commander. And what I'm here to do is instill balance and alignment. And we are having faith in God. Oh yeah, you have to have faith in God. And when you're in alignment with God, that's where the miracles happen. However, this is not free will. God does not just take the big hand and do it. You have to do it. And that's where the balance and alignment comes into play. You have to start moving, and God is moving through you. Could you imagine the video of the hand coming out of the clouds? That would be great. When you are in alignment, God is working through you. You are now co-creating with God. A lot of you know that you're co-creators. We are co-creating this event. We are co-creating this life with God. We are co-creating this because it's free will. You're here for an experience. You're here to learn. This is Earth School. You're here to learn. The energy is received through the DNA receptors. You have DNA receptors. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. And this light, it's the light of Christ. The energy of Christ is truth. It's the highest state. It's the highest. The Most High. Truth is the Most High. When you think of the 144,000, we shared this, and this is not a literal amount of people, but it is the DNA code. And Tesla said, if you knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would hold the keys to the universe. 1 + 4 + 4 is 9. You hold the keys to the universe within your DNA. Hit the like button if that resonates with you. You have a calling. You have the ability. You have the ability to carry these things out. We are at the precipice of a major transformation, a major shift of power, a major shift of energy for humanity. We need leaders to step up. We need leaders to move us forward. You have an inexhaustible source of energy coming to you to carry this out. That energy is known as Christ. That is the beyond motivated, driven that you have. Beyond motivated, driven. You do things, and we all have, what we want to happen. We want the best, so on and so forth. But you will do the work even with nothing in return. Every day I show up regardless. If this video gets 7,000 views or 700,000 views, hit the like button. I appreciate that. I'm still going to show up every day. I'm still going to do the work, and that might resonate with you. You can't stop doing it. Nothing could stop this. Everyone, thousands and thousands of people, write it in the comments. Nothing can stop this. Nothing could stop it. That resonates with you, right? You can't stop doing the work. You absolutely can't stop doing it. Your life has been a journey specific for you. You went through a specific up and down. A journey has twists and turns. A trip is planned. A trip is planned. You didn't go on a trip. You went on a journey. The journey has twists and turns. And several months ago, when I was out on the front line, I left a message. God knows you and your journey better than you know it yourself. Because then you're going to go through things. You're going to have these certain obstacles because you're in training. You're on assignment. You're a light warrior in training. Yeah. And you have to know thy season. Know your season, kid. We're not all in the same season. This is happening in waves. All we can do is pay it forward. When you go through that wilderness, God drops you, throws you out in the wilderness alone. And God says, figure it out. Oh yeah. It's been part of my life. You know, a lot of things on our journey, when we figure it out by ourselves, it's very powerful. When we are able to figure it out ourselves through trial and error, that's actually our journey. And, you know, I was given certain circumstances and I figure it out. You got to figure it out. And once you figure it out through firsthand experience, you have unlocked something. You have the authentic answers right before you, not regurgitating things, not copying it. Mountain Beast Mysteries, thank you so much. Appreciate you immensely, brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate everyone being here. You are on assignment by God. And this is where you have to focus. You know how to lead, and you also know how to take orders. That's a true chosen one. You know how to lead, and you also know how to take orders. Because when it comes to the family, oh, this is a family affair. Yeah, it's a family affair. You could write it in the comments, a family affair. People have a worshiper gene encoded in them to worship something, but we're actually all a family. We're all doing this together. We're programmed in the subconscious mind. Did you know that 95% of your experience of life is dictated by the subconscious mind? You should check that out on the channel. You have to learn this. You have to understand it. When you understand these things, you start breaking free of the matrix. And you, on your journey, you resonate with this. You knew you were called. You had a higher calling. And you're going to have people that come into your life that try to tether you to that matrix. And, you know, once you are raptured out of that, you are raptured out of the matrix. You just sit there by yourself. There's a funny meme. I like to talk about the funny memes. And it's Neo and Morpheus, and they're just sitting down alone on, like, and the meme's like before the matrix, and there's like a crowd of people, right? You know, maybe at happy hour or something, and it's just Neo and Matrix, like Neo and Morpheus sitting on the bench alone, right? And that's what you might go through. You might just have yourself. You might just have a small group of people because you no longer fit in. And during that process, that's where you're healing, you're growing, you're recalibrating your frequency. What you're witnessing right now is a split of frequencies. We don't live in a world. We live in a band of frequencies. You know, recently I just did a very powerful live stream. A lot of people are blown away by it, about new Mandela effects. And people are, it only takes one to crack you open to realize this reality that we're in, it's not what we were led to believe. No, 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 no. Like the Kembe, no, 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 no. It's not what you were led to believe. And you're going to start sitting there and you're going to say, hey, these things aren't making sense. You're going to have to go with feeling. You're going to have to feel your way through these final days. It's not a final days like it's the end of a world. It's the end of a matrix. And we all have final days that we finally break free of that matrix. And there's a frequency shift. Now, collectively, we went through this recently. You, the person that's tuned in all the way to this part of the message, did you feel this frequency shift in the past couple of weeks? You know that we're on a new timeline. We're seeing events maybe on the TV that show us we're on a new timeline. You can hit the starburst in the chat. Let us know in the comments. Do you know that we're on a new timeline? You know that we're on this brand new timeline. We've been talking about it all year. And true abundance, true happiness, those old subconscious programs are, oh, you know what? It's not working out. Why wasn't it working out? Because maybe we all were at some point not in alignment with God. Remember, we do the best we can. God sees what's inside of our sacred heart, and you might have good intentions. That's why I'm gonna say it forever and ever. When Uncle Mike is doing these videos 10 years from now, this is immutable truth. You're going to see a lot of this in, because this is the Decepticons. They're trying to deceive you, right? Oh, anything could be the truth. There are immutable truths to this universe, and one of them is content of character. When you're doing your work, remember, everything you do is documented in the Akashic Records. Akashic Records, check it out on the channel page if you're new. As you do the work, God is watching what you do inside the Sacred Heart, and you, the person, you are actually the chosen one. You are actually the one that has the ability to create new worlds, new realities, but your energy was siphoned away like a human battery. You were used for something else, probably. But God sees what's inside the Sacred Heart. God knows that you're in alignment because your content of character for what you're doing, and God will clear the path for you. God will clear it all away. That's why a lot of people, you say, oh, I thought I was doing the work of God. Why am I going through a lot of, these situations, trials, tribulations, so on and so forth? It gives a deeper appreciation. Scott, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Scott. You have to see things. People cannot just be told. You have to be shown. The people have to be shown. You have to see these things. You have to see firsthand experience. God works with compare and contrast. And when you see that contrast, it really helps. Oh, now I can see the truth. Now I can see. You have to feel. You have to have different experiences. Truth doesn't have to be defended. It just stands forever. All illusions, all fakeness, it fades over time. It doesn't last forever. The true organic parts of life, it never changes. Your content of character is second to none. You're in the army of Christ. And we all have different backgrounds. We're all different colors, classes, and creeds. The Hopi prophecy, rainbow warriors. Many different cultures all spoke about this time period. You're getting this message. You're still here. You haven't tuned off. You're still going. You cannot fall for it. You can't. There's a lot of things that they're gonna doubt. What's the demon called? The demon's called self-doubt. That's the only way that you could be stopped, is if people implant subconscious programs that get you to stop doing God's work. God is working through you. Have an understanding of this. God is working through you right now. And it must be done that way because of free will. Because we're here for this experience. We're here to learn in the game of life. You play a game. I know there was Game Genie. If you were a kid like me and you played Nintendo, you had Game Genie. Just put the cheat codes in. Just do it for me. But there's a different skill behind, like, you doing it yourself. Maybe you played video games growing up, right? And you beat the game, you did it by yourself without doing it. You figured it out. It's like a puzzle. That's what we're doing right now. You're figuring it out. Each and every one of you that's tuned in, you have a specific goal in mind. You have a different characteristic. As I teach, Maybe you do art. Maybe you sing songs. Maybe you're putting that out, whatever it is, to help raise the vibrational frequency, to help expand consciousness. These are the things that chosen ones do. What do? You raise the vibrational frequency of others. You expand the consciousness of others. That's what we do. Simple. When we start understanding God, universe, what is truthful, it's simple. It's not confusing. Watch out for spirit of confusion. On your journey, you're going to come across spirit of Jezebel. Try to control you. Spirit of Judas. Try to stab you in the back. And you go through these experiences because you're in training. You're being molded. You're becoming powerful, more powerful than you've ever been. And in the end, right, you're molded by these things. You're more powerful than you've ever been. You were able to overcome all obstacles. All obstacles were the way. They're actually the way. You were given specific obstacles because you are the best there is at what you do. I'm the best there is, right? At what I do in my life, and you are with what you do. That's why, and it's very important, you don't have to do it all. Know the difference. You're going to see, I know it all. You don't know it all, right? I know it all when it comes to a specific, and you stay in your lane. And we all hold keys. We don't have every single key, right? And then we all come together. We all put our powers together. Put the power rings together, make Captain Planet. Some people remember Captain Planet, right? Well, right? So, but we all have to put them. We all put them together, and that's what it's all about. We are destined for greatness. The greatness is now. It doesn't take a genius to realize what's about to happen. There was a very smart man years ago. His name was Albert Einstein. You know Albert Einstein? Albert Einstein said, "The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those that watch them without doing anything." It doesn't take a genius to figure out who's here to save the world. You like that one? Yeah, Einstein knew. You're sitting around, there's Tom sitting on the couch. You're driven. You are beyond motivated. You're driven. Hit the like button if this resonates with you. You have to become empowered. You can't live in the victim mindset. You can't get pulled into the secondary matrix of fake spirituality. We're just going to love and light it away. There's actual things. You have to find the balance. The balance, right? And you should be praying to God. You should put your faith in God. And then, because you're going to realize, oh, it's free will. Oh, we're actually here to do things. God has instilled the energy within your DNA receptors. And once you're in alignment, you go through things. You actually prove that you're worthy. God is actually a great parent, a great mother or father. However, God appears to you on your journey. I've shared on my journey, there were time periods. Mostly God appears with the masculine for me, but there was a time period that it was feminine. You know, I'm here to share the truth. I'm here to share my authentic journey. You have to understand this deep love that God has for you. Think of a parent. Think of a parent. Here you go. Just take the keys to the car and just go. No, you got to prove you're not going to crash the car, right? You got to learn, right? With great power, right? You give the keys to a kid to drive the car. You got to prove you have great power. With great power comes great responsibility. Because once that energy starts flowing, you can't stop it. Once the chrism begins to flow, it cannot stop. How's your spine? You feel it in your spine? Oh, baby. Yeah. So that's why we go through these phases, and this is why God must work through everyday life, people. You, the person that's still here on this live stream, that's watching this video to this point, it's up to you. You have these abilities. You're in alignment with God. You're on that frequency. That's why it's a band of frequencies. It's God frequency. And there is a lot of unlearning and relearning. There's a lot of detoxification. There's a lot of rewriting subconscious programming. You know, your Uncle Mike, High Commander, has been studying for years. I have different modalities. Any one of those things might have resonated with you. But there's a major shift because you were tuned into a frequency and you were numb. God is singing a love song, but a lot of people are tuned into static. We have to realize this. You're detoxifying. You're reprogramming the subconscious. You are changing. Your attention was going, and all of these old subconscious programs, they're falling and fading away. You're living your life differently. You know that you can't live your life the old way. It was pulling you onto a different reality, a different timeline. Everything you consume is your overall vibrational frequency. What you watch, what you listen to, that's your frequency. What you're eating and drinking, it all counts. It all counts. You got to get on the clear channel. Dr. Bruce Lipton calls it the signal. You're trillions of cells. You might be healing yourself. You might be evolving while you're alive. And that's the authentic journey. You're evolving while you're alive. The signal. You got to be on the clear channel. And this is where you have to unlearn and relearn. And you can think of your subconscious, right? What you believe. It's just junk DNA. Oh, okay. But God didn't make junk. You're receiving and transmitting light and sound through your DNA. It's the light of Christ. A lot of people talked about Christ consciousness returning. That Christ energy is within us. Did you have the preparation to accept? The preparation to accept. It's very powerful, this energy. You saw what happened to Iron Man. The whole universe in a body. It has to be done over a period of time. Look at the world right now. Do you feel something's about to pop off? Pop off? You could get the volcanoes going. Is it blazing hot? You could get the Holy Spirit fire. Maybe you are driven by the Holy Spirit fire. It's burning inside of you right now. I don't have to tell you. You have an understanding. You know that something's about to blow. And you're ready. You're like a rip off, and you have your superhero outfit underneath your shirt, and you start flying in the sky, right? But again, that's the vibe that you have right now. Is that what you feel? You're about to rip off. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. You're ready to go. You're ready to start flying. You're ready to start doing the work because you're beyond motivated. You're driven to do this. God is working through you. God must work through the chosen ones because it's free will. If anyone has that video of the giant hand out of the clouds to do, just please let me know. I would love to see it. That's where we have to get our minds. We got to be empowered. We got to get God back. We got to get the family back. We got to get in alignment. We got to have balance. It's not easy to do this. Because there's going to be distractions everywhere. You can't go with labels. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a Christian. I'm a this. I'm a that. But meanwhile, they're ready to stab you in the back. They're going to give you the blasphemy, the hellfire and brimstone, but they ain't doing nothing. Sometimes you have to get up and you say, I have to do it myself. Queen Esther showed me that when I was a boy. Yeah, Queen Esther showed me that. Everyone's sitting around. I'll do it. She just grabbed everything. My Nana, I know there's always new people. She was so powerful. My Nana was so powerful. She said, I'll do it. That's what you have to do. Hit the like button if this resonates with you. You have to have that power inside of you. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. That's what you have to be. Don't worry about anyone else. Don't be concerned with anyone else. That's what we're seeing in the world right now. A lot of distractions. You'll see this on social media. I see it. I'm watching. I observe. I don't get involved. I just sit back. I'm concerned. Ready? I'm concerned. This is how you know you're a chosen one. I'm concerned with what I'm building, teaching, and leading. That's what I'm concerned with. I focus on my energies, consistency, resiliency, authenticity. I don't have to take part in the bickering back and forth. It's just a waste of time. And so if you're resonating, you're chosen. Everything, every bit of time is allocated. There's so many things. Am I ascending my physical body? What am I producing into the world? You don't have time for the drama, the nonsense. Save the drama for your mama. Yeah, save it for your mama. Hit the like button, right? No, you don't have time for that drama. You got to get to work. I had great people that worked. I watched my grandfather work till he was like 80. Isn't that great? Wow. People look at well, how could I just sit on the couch all day? Leaders lead. Leaders lead. We need leaders right now. You've been anointed by God. Don't worry about people that gaslight you, that say this, that. They slither into your comment section. That's garbage. That's like a little piece of trash that's stuck on the bottom of your shoe. The devil is beneath your feet. This is your high commander. You're getting this message, and you have a feeling that something is going to rock this earth. Very soon, no one knows the day or time. You are prepared. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. These are immutable truths. They don't change. They don't change. The band of frequencies that we live in, you choose wisely because it is free will. You follow free will. God follows free will. We all follow free will. These are the laws of the universe. Not little rules and man-made, made-up stuff. It's the laws of the universe. You follow free will. You follow it all day long. And we're witnessing it right now. A man of principle, a woman of principle cannot be moved. You can't be moved. You're driven. That's where you have to stay focused on. You're doing the work of God. God must work through you. Otherwise, what's the point of life? Oh, it's just done for me. You have to think deeper. This is the message that every leader needs to hear. Please share this message today so others will hear this. Become empowered today. Know that you're in alignment with God. Know the truth, because you are someone's miracle. You are someone's miracle. And we're here to carry it out. Strap on the full armor of God. You're sealed in the forehead. Your mind cannot be manipulated. No. That's the seal. Can't be manipulated. And you're witnessing the fabric of the reality. If you happen to come across this message today, please go to the first playlist. Check out that video on the new Mandela effects. So many people that resonate with 144, chosen ones, they see the Mandela effects. They see them. You're conscious and aware. You cannot be gaslit. This reality is beyond, it's beyond what we were taught. It's beyond what we were taught. You have to have the inexhaustible belief in yourself. You have the inexhaustible faith in God. Balance, alignment. That's what I'm shared. Sit quietly, and you will hear the word of God. You are here, and you know that when you look at humanity, you answer the question. I don't have to tell you. Is humanity out of balance? Is humanity out of alignment? You have to focus on this. And remember, you want that pendulum that swings back and forth. In any aspect of life, you could go way out of whack. You have to find that balance. The light is information. The light is being shined right now. You are a lighthouse. Lights are shining on me. Lights are shining on you. Lights are shining on all of us. The stage is set. It's time to come out and play, light warriors. What a journey it's been. The past year, the past several years. That journey that you went on was for now. It's not for years and years and years in the future. It's the power of now. And when a group of people realize the power of now, if we all focus our attention right now, just focus your attention on the basic, the truth, all the people living in truth, the truth readily available to people. Knowledge is power. Therefore, the lack of knowledge is the lack of power, and that your power was taken away. So we are taking back control of our everyday lives. Hit the like button. I'm very grateful for that. We'll hit a wonderful milestone before we get off. Appreciate that. God must work through the chosen one. God must work through the 144. Working through you. Not just do it for me. Do it for me. There's nothing, there's no substance behind that. And you're seeing that right now. There's people of substance. And there's people, in sports, I like to use everyday life terms to teach the people. In sports, they call it paper champions. You know about paper champions? On paper, oh, look, it looks all fancy. They had the high, didn't that happen to the Mets last year? Didn't that happen? I'm just joking around, right? They bought all these fancy plays. Oh, they're going to win it all. And they didn't even make the playoffs. GG, thank you so much. Woo, woo. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. So some of you, more and more everyday life people are waking up. They're spiritual champions. We are spiritual champions. We are spiritual warriors. You don't want to be a paper champion. Oh, look, it looks so fancy. It looks so good. They got all this, but they're nothing. They didn't even make the playoffs. Playoffs? Right? You can't even win a game, right? Playoffs. I'm so grateful for all these powerful messages coming in right now. Please remember the power is inside of you. Find the middle ground. Find the balance. Find the connection. There is no, when it comes to authentic science, there is no separation between spirituality and authentic science. Who was a person that applied this? His name was Nicola Tesla. Remember Tesla? Yeah. And he said, you want to know the secrets of the universe? You think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Start tapping into these frequencies today. Start believing in yourself today. When you know thyself, nothing else matters. You're here to have an experience. That's the point of life, to know yourself. I'll show up every day. It doesn't matter. You keep going because you're beyond motivated. You're driven. The light of Christ is inside of you. You know it's go time. If you feel in your heart that it's go time, write it in the comments today. It's go time, kid. It's go time. Get up. You have to get up now. Believe in yourself. I appreciate each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the best version of yourself. Take the Our Everyday Lives Challenge. Why don't you show up every single day? And we're going to improve our lives physically, mentally, and spiritually. We're going to be well-rounded, a community like no other. And if this message and if this movement really resonates with you, please take the time to share this video today. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. All those things really do matter. They do matter. We have to have this belief. We have to combine our energies. If everyone focuses our attention, even if it's for one day, it's a massive shift that happens. Let's all focus that we find the others today. Let's all come together today. My mother used to say, not tomorrow, now. These are the authentic things. Your parents, the thing you think you got to go, oh, do you got to go to this fancy master, but maybe your parents, maybe your grandparents, right? Because we're the chosen ones. We didn't have to go to these because this is a family affair. I never studied. This is a family affair. I see God in my family, my parents, my grandparents. You might have seen this. They're probably smarter. They're not famous people. They're everyday life people, and they're better than the people on the TV. Hit the like button if that resonates with you. You got to be empowered. You got to believe in your family. You're doing this for your family. You're rewriting the codes for your entire family lineage. That's the power. That's the power. You'll see it in your brothers and sisters. You'll see it in your parents. It's go time. You have to believe it. Believe it, and then you see it. People have it backwards. You see it. Oh, I got to see it to believe it. Believe it, and then you see it. That's what you have to have in your heart right now. Believe in yourself. You are the chosen one. We're all chosen ones. We are the 144,000. We don't have to apologize. We don't have to walk on eggshells. We're the most powerful people in this universe. We're getting the band back together. We've been doing this for all eternity. You have to believe in yourself. Your strength, your power. You can't, it's going to trigger this. You have to go now. We have to go. We have to go right now. Get up. Believe in yourself. God is with you. If God is for you, who could be against you? Nobody. Nobody's against. They all have fallen. There's nothing left. You might still have old subconscious programs. There's no fear. It's finished. It's finished. It's over. Go now. The bulldozer came through. Some of you saw the bulldozer. He was out there. He bulldozed everything for us. Now we go. We go. 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 Eric, keep writing it. Go. Go. Everyone has to focus. Go. Go now. Go now. That's the power. Sealed on the forehead. Go, Joe! Remember G.I. Joe? No, you got to go right now. Tap into your inner child. These are the powers. These are the things you have to stay focused on right now. Let's create a movement today. Please, everyone, hit that like button. Hit that share. Let's go now. Let's get the family. Let's get everyone on the same page. Let's go now. God is here. Activate what's been lying dormant inside of you. The dormant DNA. I appreciate that very much. I don't see your name, but I appreciate you very much. Appreciate you. Activate what has lied dormant inside of you. We went on soul retrieval. You know who you are. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to step on eggshells. You don't have to listen to people. Clairs are online, ethereal, your clairs are online. You're online, and as I'm leaving this message right now, we are being bombarded with solar activity, solar flares, solar storms, solar flash, baby. Stefan, thank you so much for that. I love you, brother. Thank you, Stefan. Remember who you are, and let's move forward today. Love you. Keep going. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. That's where the power lies, because you held on while 95% of the world would have given up. When 95% of the world would have quit, you just keep going. We all do it. We're all the same. We're a family. It's time to shine, chosen ones. Love you all. Please share this today. Keep going, kid.